Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Barely Necessities. That's laughingplace.com's live discussion of Disney merchandise. I'm Rebekah Mosley, the co-founder of Laughing Place, and with me is our site manager, Rebekah Burbank. How are you, Rebekah?
I'm good. How are you?
I saw you having some fun with the guys this morning on our morning update show that we have here. What did they have you talking about? I didn't get to actually listen in. I just kind of got a glimpse of it.
We were talking about the new pin releases, which we'll talk about a little bit on here. But yeah, we were talking about the new pin releases for Pin-tastic Tuesday, and then we just had a little bit of fun with all sorts of other things. We were talking Valentine's Day and where we would have a romantic dinner on Disney property, stuff like that.
Oh, okay, very cool. Lots of fun. I know. I think I came in partway through that particular conversation. But let's see. Speaking of romance, it is an anniversary of a very popular film that's romance was kind of the central point of the film, and that would be Titanic.
Yes. So many of you might be scratching, or some of you might be scratching your heads going, why are we talking about Titanic? That's not a Disney movie. You are correct. But the film was part of 20th Century Fox. And when Disney acquired Fox, it's, become part of the family. So we can celebrate this now and call it a Disney movie. So,
And
yes.
so a number of items have popped up on Shop Disney in celebration of the film specifically. And so you've got things like this Titanic hat, but I know that this is the one that caught Bekah and Kyle's eye because my Slack kind of blew up a little bit about this particular item. So I'll let you talk about it, Bekah.
Well, there's an infamous scene in the movie where someone is sketching another person, and and so I just had to laugh when I saw that they had a sketchbook set, because I know that, you can sketch anything in a sketchbook, but just to be on Shop Disney with, a sketchbook item that immediately makes me think of that scene. I don't know that that's the thing you want to be promoting to
Right? No,
to kids and families. But
it was a bit different, but this sketchbook does have a very nice collection of pencils.
it does.
It may look like those are identical, but they're actually differing in kind of their density, so therefore their level of black within the pencil that you're going to be using. I'm a little, I don't know, I am not the target, but clearly there is a target because the butterfly comb pin that's part of this collection already sold out.
Yeah, I was surprised. This and another one sold out, and I think because it's such a small, like, it's a limited edition. I was thinking they were just limited release, but no, like a very small edition size. I think, yeah, one was, I think, like 300 or something like that, and
That one, this one right here is 300.
so it's like, okay, yes, I can see why that went so fast. But I do think it's really pretty, and I was surprised they didn't include it yesterday when they dropped the Titanic merchandise, but it made sense to hold it for a day and release it with Pin-tastic Tuesdays.
And then they also had a number of other items. Celebrating that heart necklace that was so prevalent within the storyline. If you can tell that I'm kind of very generic, it's because I've not seen the film.
Oh, really?
I've only seen clips here and there, so
But you knew about the sketch, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. No, I knew about that, but here's the heart of the ocean. So you can get it in a pin that's kind of a lapel with a sparkle. You can get it as what I would call the traditional cloisonne, or you can get it as a Rebekah hook necklace. So see, there you go, Sonia, the heart of ocean necklace.
Yes.
It's right there.
Yeah, and I like this. I think that's really pretty. I think it's also a great, like, price. It's something where you can feel like you're treating yourself to some lovely jewelry. It's not ridiculously out of budget for people, but it's also not like a cheap costume piece. So I really like this. And the box is so pretty too.
And then towards the higher end collectible, they've got this beautiful representation of the grand staircase clock. This was featured here. I have a picture because we actually took a tour. There's this exhibit in Orlando area called, it's like a living museum. and you go and you can see recreations of the Titanic, and they have individuals who conduct the tours and talk to you about the era. It's a really amazing tour. But you can see right here that clock, and then here it has been recreated so that you could have it on your mantle. If you so choose, they also have some of the fine china
Yes.
that was aboard the Titanic, represented within this collection as well. This is one of those things. I'm torn within the realm of the Titanic souvenir, but I understand the movie is 25 years old, and it really is a pinnacle of filmmaking, and
Yes.
obviously was a very popular film at the time. So I can understand wanting kind of mementos of the movie. Moving on, we are celebrating a classic Disney film. Oops, and here, let me scroll back up to the top so you can see what it is. And that would be Fantasia over at Neff.
Yeah, you found this and shared this with the team, and like these are so fun. I really like. I mean, obviously, everything that's in this article are things that jumped out at me. so you will discover that. But I like this. I'm not a fan of the Fantasia film, but I love Sorcerer Mickey, and I love what they've done with this collection. The
I
stars, I'm a huge fan of stars, so right there and blue, like you got me. I just don't love the film.
I was sad that the beanie sold out before I could get my hands. I love that beanie, and it's already gone. But a lot of the other items are still available. And the color schemes are really interesting because you can either go with the really bold colors of the Sorcerer's Apprentice, or they also offer a few items in kind of a more, to me, blacklight
Mhm.
um,
Yeah.
color palette. So a kind of a more whimsical type of look. Our very own Tony purchased these volley shorts,
Mhm.
and he was very pleased with them. He let me know that the pattern on them is not identical per short. So the ones that he got, the placement of the Mickeys is different than these board shorts. He was saying that he kind of wishes that he could have been in a brick and mortar, and in the same way that when you're buying a Dooney purse, right,
Right.
you kind of look at the placement. So he was mentioning that, but he said that the shorts themselves have a heavier feel than other volley shorts that he's purchased, and they have a really nice back pocket, large back
Cool.
pocket, which was a definite selling point, Tony said. So yeah, so he was nice enough to let me know. It was like one of those things where, haha, you hit my budget, and but here, look, I'm having fun with them. So I appreciate it, Tony. Thanks for letting me know.
Yes, thank you.
If you want to make your house smell nice, there's some new candles on the way.
Yes, we have these Mickey and Minnie scents that are signature to Homesick. So Homesick candles. We've talked about them a little bit before. They're these nice large jar candles, and they have a special collection for Valentine's Day. You can get Mickey and Minnie separately, or you can get them together. They're a little bit pricey. They're like $44 a piece. But they do burn for a long time. I think it was 13 to 18 hours is what they said for burn time. And as you melt the candle, there's an image on the inside. So it probably represents what's on the outside of the box, but still a fun little thing to discover.
And Mickey's kind of a more fruity notes and scent palette, whereas Minnie has many more flowers. So you've got like magnolia and rose and peony within Minnie, and then with Mickey you have things like grapefruit and peppercorn and apple peel and patchouli. So keep that in mind. But in thinking of fragrances, so we were very kindly given House of Sillage perfumes recently.
Mhm.
I got complimented on it the other day, Becca. I have
Did you?
never had somebody say anything about a fragrance I'm wearing in that way. They're like, "What are you wearing?" And then I realized how silly it feels to be like Mickey Mouse. That's what are you wearing? I'm wearing, I'm wearing pretty cool,
Mickey Mouse with a caveat.
right? I said I'm wearing a perfume from a House of Sillage. It's Mickey Mouse, and they started to giggle. I'm like, yeah, I don't blame you. I giggle too.
No, that's so wonderful though.
So there you go. Um, Over at Entertainment Earth, Bekah, you wanted to talk about Sebastian.
Oh yes, we had. I've already opened it, but yes, they sent us a box of goodies, and so we're slowly making our way through. If you've been watching, you've seen me share a couple different things. This is our penultimate. We've got one more after this, but this is the Sebastian Entertainment Earth exclusive pop, and he's so cute. He's smaller than I was anticipating, but I'm not complaining. I will pull him out of the box here. And yeah, so he's a little bit smaller than the standard pop, but that makes sense when you're going to line him up with your others. Here's my favorite part though. If you turn it around, there's notes on his little music book. I asked my sister, who's much more musically inclined than I am, if it comes out to anything, and she's like, I think they're just random. So,
oh, he's adorable.
He's very adorable. This is $13.99. It's available right now on Entertainment Earth. You can use our code LPFAN at checkout and save an extra 10%, or save 10%, I should say. But yeah, you can only get this at Entertainment Earth. So, I don't know, kind of fun.
And over at let's see, what do I have next? Oh, next up is we're beginning to really see a lot of items in celebration of the Disney100. And this set is among them. And
yeah,
it's a Pixar Alphabet series.
I like this a lot. I don't have anywhere to put it, but I think it's super cute. I love the Pixar studios. Many of their films are among my favorites. So I think this is a great way to kind of celebrate Disney and the studio itself. I love the movies that they've selected, and I love that we've got little Luxo Jr.
Yeah, they're not terribly large. So here's gives you a little bit of the scale. They're around 10 centimeters tall. You've got the letter P with the flowery door pattern from Monsters Inc. with Mike Wazowski out in front. Merida for the eye. The nice thing about these is that they are dimensional, so that when you turn it around, while there isn't a lot going on behind the letter, there is some element going on behind the letter. So you don't necessarily have to position these in a place like, where there's just a wall behind it or something. You could put them somewhere where they could be viewed from various angles. Boy, this one looked like it was just going to step right off the pedestal.
It really does.
They captured the motion well. And then, of course, as Bekah pointed out, not only do you have the letters of Pixar, but then they accentuate it with Luxo Jr. and the Luxo Ball. So nice set available from Beast Kingdom. Wow, man.
Yeah, you get all 6 items there. It's $100, and they're supposed to be shipping in May. They're expected to be shipping in May of this year, so a couple months away. But it's not too far out. Like some of the pre-orders that we discuss on here are like,
right.
9-10 months from now. But no, this is just a little ways away.
Hey, Gio. Thanks for stopping by. Hi, Caleb. Appreciate you always being here. Let's see. Over from the team at Rock'em Socks. Now this is an Orlando-based company, and as Bekah and as the team pointed out, I'm gonna say in the article, they do have frequent designs. They're constantly offering up new patterns, and for this 100-year celebration, they are launching with Mickey, but there's a special element to this particular celebration they've got going on, Bekah.
Because yes, they're going to be doing this. Let me make sure we're on the same track here. They're going to be releasing new items or new collections on the 23rd of each month all year long. So it won't be everything at one time. You'll be able to space it out and kind of pick and choose which ones, or if you decide if you want to collect them all. I like these. I think they're just so cute. And I love that we have 2 different versions of Mickey. So you've got like a modern, fun Mickey, and then you've got more of a classic Mickey.
I'm eager to see what aspects of this repeat. Like, will we
Mhm.
see like Minnie Mouse on a similar iridescent background, and then a fun Minnie Mouse in the so because I have a feeling that we'll see some of these patterns kind of repeated, but with other characters. But I very much like the color palette. This is similar
Yes.
to what we saw initially with the Expo Mickey, right? He had
Yes.
that swirl behind him. So you've got that behind the Mickey that would appear on the top of your foot. And if you've forgotten or you don't watch all the time, these are my TSA approved socks. I find that Rock'em socks are my favorite socks to wear when I travel because they've got a black sole.
Yes.
The way they fit is very comfortable and nice for the fact your feet swell, and then when you travel. But with TSA, right, you got to slip your shoes off, and I always like to be showing off my Rock'em socks when I'm going through TSA. Usually it is a pair of very bright green with flamingos all over them. Rock'em socks is what. So if you see somebody with flamingo Rock'em socks at TSA, maybe it's me.
There you go.
From Primark, we've got a collection of Mickey Mouse and Friends.
Mhm. Yeah, this is apparel and shoes and accessories for the whole family. These are this very budget-friendly pricing too. So the most expensive item that I've come across is like 40 or not 40, 20 to 25 US dollars. And the lowest is like 5. And we've got, some pajamas, we've got some outerwear, loungewear, and then slippers. Just really cool. And this is they're calling it the originals, Mickey Mouse originals, and we've got the designs kind of inspired by 1920s and 30s versions of the characters. So they list
Nice
this
bold
as a
colors.
yeah. Yeah, I think so too. They list this as a first installment, or at least in the information that we received. So I'm expecting to see more throughout the year. Maybe some other characters. I would imagine princesses, or maybe some Pixar items. I
Mhm.
don't know. I'm totally just guessing here, but one thing, these are not available online. You can browse them online, but you can't purchase them. At least I was unsuccessful in attempting to yesterday. And they are available, though, in stores. They're all over the world. So they're international. They have places in Europe, in Great Britain, and then in the United States. So
And continuing with clothing, within the world of Marvel, some new shoe styles have arrived to Foot Locker and Champs.
yes, these are exclusive to both of those locations. This is Diadora is the brand, and this is their X-Men collection. So we have 3 characters. We just looked at Phoenix. This is the Storm, and then the other one and the other one is Wolverine. And the Wolverine, I believe, is one of Diadora's like signature shoe styles that have just been kind of updated. Whereas Phoenix and Storm, the magic baskets. I think is the silhouette, and one's almost like a high top, and the other's is like a low top, or mid, something like that. So these just launched today. Yeah, we got the fun little Marvel tag at the back there. They're adult sizing only, but when I last looked, they were all still available at both locations. So yeah. Theodora doesn't have Gamora. Maybe not yet. Maybe there'll be something else. But yeah, this is a limited edition collection. Pricing is $100 to $130, which is, I think, on par with what I usually see for sports shoes like this. So
I am now playing look for the link for the next item because
oh no, you're good.
I don't see
You
it
have
among my.
you have the Storm shoe up there, and blue is my favorite color. So I do like this. I think if I was going to get any of these, that would be the style I would go for. But
Okay.
yeah.
Give me a moment while I get the link for the next story. I'll let you start to talk about it. We're going to be showcasing a Venom Pop, apparently.
Yes. Yeah, this is another Entertainment Earth exclusive. This is Miles Morales, who is an iteration of Spider-Man, but he's kind of crossed paths with Venom and Carnage. So we've got all three characters rolled into one. This is from the Dark Ages #1 comic series, which launched in 2021. So fairly new to Marvel Comics. And then we've got a Pop. And like we said, it's exclusive to Entertainment Earth. It's a pre-order right now. So no discounts, but you can enjoy free shipping if you're spending more than $39.
I don't know. I ate the link. I don't know where I put it. I can
here I can let me copy the link and I can send it over to you right here through the magic of the internet.
Oh, wait, I found it.
I found it. There we go.
Okay,
yeah.
Sorry, everybody. I had just misplaced the link for a moment. So yeah, it's this Marvel Pop. It's kind of grotesque, but yeah.
That's Venom. That's Venom and Carnage for you there. The tongue. I do love the I don't know if it's part of the symbiote coming off of him there.
Oh, cool.
You can see the Miles Spider-Man on the suit. So, but yeah, very much the Venom and Carnage mouth and tongue and the eyes. But yeah, I think it's kind of fun. I know Mac is a big fan of the Venom villain, I guess, from the Spider-Man stories. I'm only a little bit familiar with Miles Morales from the Into the Spider-Verse, but I really loved the character, and Spider-Man's my favorite of the Marvel heroes. So this could be making its way to my collection, but probably not.
Now, a long time ago, we highlighted an upcoming Funko Pop. It was Sentinel, and they had a chaser that was a black light. But the people over at Entertainment Earth were kind enough to send a non-chaser, and I took him out of the box to make him easier to show.
Hey, me too.
So big. Look, he's so big. But this is Sentinel.
That's awesome. Yeah, they said Jumbo Pop, but it's hard to actually picture it. Seeing it though in your hand, I'm like, oh my goodness.
Right? And what's even better is to make sure that you understand that Sentinels are not tiny, is they include a little Wolverine. So I guess this is to scale within that universe, but now you have a tiny, I think this is, Wolverine. And so there you go. So
and
side by side.
Bobbleheads.
And they're bobbly.
Oh, that's so cool.
So yeah, I've been having some fun with this guy around the house today, because you can't help but have fun when he's this big.
Yeah, my goodness. Yeah, you could imagine him being in plush form. He would just be so squishable.
Just mount him on my shoulder and walk around.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So had to share that with everyone, because like I say, Becca highlighted that way back in November, and it's finally on shelves. Continuing with items that you can find space for on your mantle, on a desk. A variety of sculpts have arrived from Diamond. They're Diamond Select figures within the world of Marvel and Star Wars.
Yeah, I am very unfamiliar with the Star Wars characters here. And I know a little bit. There we go. We got Venom again. A little familiar with the Marvel ones. The Moon Knight, I think, is probably my favorite, hence why it's the picture there. But yeah, these are those little bit more high end. The price ranges are a little bit all over the place, but these are extremely detailed. Very, very cool.
And they're the type where it's almost like the moment has leaps off the page into your home. They even have a few that are representative fun. So a wide variety within the world of Marvel. And then over in Star Wars, you've got characters from the Clone Wars, 000. I was going to ask Mike, because my brain did not immediately jump into where I know 000.
See, this looks to me like C-3PO in Rise of Skywalker. And I know that is not the case.
Exactly. That was exactly what I said. I know that's not what it is, but to my casual brain, that's what it was. Then you've got Zeb from Rebels, who, this is a character I recognize.
Okay.
And one of my favorite episodes of The Mandalorian. that first season when they are trying to, is it the first season? Yeah, they're trying to get the
Yes.
there's almost like no dialogue. That was like Bambi,
Yeah.
where it's like almost no dialogue to it, and that's just so unheard of. And finally, Kit Fisto, Attack of the Clones. Once again, this is a 1/7, so it's not a small item, but beautifully detailed. Thank you, Geo. 000, Dr. Afra.
Okay. Okay.
So there you go. Mike would have known that because Mike loves Dr. Afra.
Well, I don't know. I'm going to sound like a fool here, but I don't think 000 has had an on-screen appearance. Is that correct? I know Dr. I shouldn't.
Dr. Afra, I don't think has yet either.
Okay, Dr. Afra originated in the comics.
Yes, Dr. Afra is a comic. She's a kind of a Indiana Jones type character, archaeologist, a little bit scoundrel. You're more out for herself than kind of one side or the other within the galactic conflict. That kind of dynamic. So yeah, so I know a little bit about her from Mike, but not a lot. Oh, that's right, and she's also 000 would have been in some of those Vader comics, because you would have had a little bit of overlap there. As part of Pin Tuesday, there were a number of adorable Star Wars pins. Oh, okay, this one's not adorable, but it's vintage. This is Hammerhead, the Kenner item. It was funny because I wrote Mike and I'm like, I didn't think we called him Hammerhead anymore. And he was like, well, he was back in the day with the vintage Kenner stuff. So maybe, since it's pulled from that, that's why we're going for the name there. But they've got a lot of these adorable meme-like phrases, right?
Right.
So do the magic hand thing. Just so random. But I love it. I don't know. Yeah, I like this one.
I do too. I think that's a good depiction of an Ewok, and it's like perfect there with the Yub-Nub.
Right? I have spoken. I thought this would be a thing. I thought this would linger longer than it did.
Maybe we need to get it going again.
Yeah.
Maybe we just start tweeting that, and like after, we'll just make statements and then say, I have spoken.
I'll make it like pop up on the live morning show with Doobie and Kyle. When one of them says something, then this will just pop up.
Yes. Yeah. When you determine who the definitive winner is of whatever little argument, then I have spoken. Like,
okay, now everybody get ready, because this one.
Oh, I know where you're going.
Becca and I both did not remain in the Star Wars universe when this one popped in front of our face.
Yeah. Yeah. No, my first thought was Stephanie Tanner. And then I was like, I'm looking at Jar Jar Binks. I know it's not Full House, but I didn't I didn't hear it the way he says it. I heard it in her voice.
Exactly. Yeah. So, I heard little Stephanie Tanner. Yep. 100%.
But yeah, he does say how rude. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's better than putting like Misa something on a pin. You're like, yeah, we'll go with how rude.
Oh, Gio wants the how rude. There you go. He wants the I have spoken. I can hear his pin collection growing. We've got the It's a Trip.
It's a trip.
Just kidding.
We talked about it a little bit today on the show, because I think it could go both ways. You can say like, hey, how was your experience on Batu? It's a trip, or like you can tell somebody you're doing a Star Wars experience. But
it's a trap. Oh wait.
Yes.
Yeah, that's. I mean, in really, I know his signature is it's a trap. But my husband thought it's a trip, and I just had to kind of troll him a little bit because I know he's watching. Let the Wookiee win, and this Wookiee is quite adorable. I don't think this Wookiee win because he's too cute. He would never rip your arm off.
Right. But yeah, I am both baffled and in love with this, this series of pins that they've released.
He has a nice little quaff.
He does.
Yeah. Okay, and then we can get fancy because they have a lapel pin for the 100 Years of Wonder. That's kind of the tag for this Disney 100 celebration we're seeing. 100 Years of Wonder. I am not a fan, but I
No?
don't grow them. It's
Do you
too,
keep
it's
typing
I find it redundant.
do you keep typing Wonder, O-N-E, like the Oneaters, and then realize, like, no, the whole reason? That's what I keep doing. I find myself typing Wonder because it's 100 years, and then I go,
Leaders.
but I do like it.
This celebration brought to you by that thing you do.
Yeah.
No, I think it's just the 100 Years of Wonder is too
It's
much.
it's a lot of one on top of each other. One.
But I don't get paid the big. Oh, that's not to show you guys yet.
That's cute though.
We'll get to that in a moment. But yeah, so this lapel pin is out there as part of the Pin-tastic Tuesdays. We have a roundup of those items in our article on Laughing Place, so you can see what's happening as each week right now in celebration of the Disney 100. Shop Disney is highlighting a variety of pins. Let's see. Okay, so I wanted to do a little bit of show and tell this week instead of a sensational 7, and just kind of showcase a more interesting way to utilize Disney items. And in this case, a friend of ours, their 2-year-old is a big Stitch fan, and a talented mom I know took a Funko Pop, used it as a cake topper, and then crafted this like surf the wave cake. So you've got, it's a gift and a cake, kind of, all in one. So
That's awesome.
Just a neat idea. If you have a Disney fan in your life who, perhaps one of their favorite characters is not necessarily one where you're easily going to find, something to put on the cake to make it special, you can do that, then just wipe off the frosting, right? You just wipe it all off. And then now you've got this nice little, item to decorate your desk. So yeah,
the wave, I first thought of a Disney shopping bag.
right?
And I don't mean that in a mean way. I thought, what a great way to use. But no, I'm sure it's made of all edible ingredients there. But
I can't recall everything that went into this creation, but she's one of those ladies who makes those geode cakes where when you look at it, it looks like it's a nice, beautiful, open geode, and you're just like, really, I can eat that,
right? That's awesome.
So yeah, so she put this, and I was like, can I share that, because I just think that's the neatest idea, right? I love this cake too. And that brings us to Bekah's shopping list.
Yes. We have a lot to talk about today, but I'll make this as brief as possible. If you're a D23 member, either a gold member or a general member, you can get free shipping. It ends today. Free shipping on Shop Disney. So it's final day. No code needed. No minimum requirement. It's just a perk of being a D23 member. Creative Soul has teamed up with Disney for a photo series, but then there's also dolls. So these are like diverse versions of the Disney princesses, and that's coming on February 3rd. So we will be talking much more about those, but go check out the pictures because they are beautiful.
Oh.
Yes. And then we have Alice in Wonderland. New emos have been teased. I'm assuming they will be a February release because usually we get 1 or 2 every month, but we know we have Alice coming and the White Rabbit. There's Disney100 castle figurines for both Sleeping Beauty Castle and Cinderella Castle with the new color scheme. Those are on Shop Disney. Olumel and Moana merchandise has popped up at Disney's Polynesian Resort at Walt Disney World, and we have some fantastic photos of that. The Disney100 figures. Oh, yes, more of these. There's some really cute, large figures, not super expensive, not 40 inches tall, but some sizable figures of some beloved characters over at Beast Kingdom. If you are shopping on Entertainment Earth, they're doing a BOGO sale, 40% off of Bio World items, and that goes through the 30th, I believe. And then we have Marvel Legends Fantastic Four. It's actually it's the children of Reed and Sue Storm. So they're kids, and they look really cool. And then we have a new Yondu figure, which is coming exclusively to Target based on his comics appearance. And then finally, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 Funko Pop and Funko Soda are available for pre-order at mass retailers, but we like to highlight our friends at Entertainment Earth. So
very cool. So lots going on, and with that in mind, tune in to Laughing Place over the next 3 days. We're going to have live coverage coming to you from the Disneyland Resort. That is where the Disney100 celebration is going to have kind of its launch. They're going to be opening the new Mickey and Minnie Runaway Railway at Disneyland. It's been open at Disney World. Now the Disneyland version is getting ready to open, and we'll be there for those events. Some new nighttime entertainment as well. Lots of decor popping up, lots of merchandise popping up. So we will have a team of our reporters at the Disneyland Resort, and we'll be bringing you that footage. So be sure to tune in to laughingplace.com/TV. They'll cut in whenever we have something live, or if you're subscribed to this stream, right, you'll get the notification and it'll pop up, let you know you got to tune in, check out what's happening. Tonight we've got Disney Trivia Live. That is a fun little game show that's hosted by my son and my husband, and this week it's going to be the Life and Times of Gideon and Sounds of the Track. So that's at 7:30 Pacific. So be sure to tune in and see if you can beat that guy, Gio. He has the most wins when it comes to trivia nights around here. So see if you can bump him off the pedestal. I keep pushing the wrong button today. I'm just all over the place. And as Bekah pointed out this morning, let me see, I've got something to share, and I'm trying to make his comment disappear, but I can't do that.
We're just going to have Gio with us the rest of the show.
Right? Yeah, there we go. Ta-da! Okay. We've got a little something for Kyle.
Happy birthday, 'cause you're awesome.
That's amazing. I didn't know about that. That's
fantastic. Because you're awesome, Kyle. Happy birthday. Hope you have a wonderful evening. I know you've got a lot of work ahead as the editor to keep everything rolling around here as we do this Disneyland Resort fun up. We've got some people coming in wishing you a happy birthday. So with that, Bekah, I guess we'll see everybody next week.
Sounds good. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.